Okay, so Wojcik, Martin, Jalto. That's not good enough. Let's see if we can get it to give us the ends intersection here. So this is a flight simulator by Lockheed Martin, and it's called Prepared. And we are flying a Boeing 717. Okay, this is not. I'll just put the. I'm just going to put the waypoint in manually. Can't dance. Oh, I can dance. Yeah. Oh, jeez. So I'll give you guys an outside shot of the aircraft real quick. So that's the aircraft that we're flying. We're bailing out of Philadelphia. It's a flight simulator. So we're simulating a Boeing 717. Yeah, sure. Yeah, get us all ready for push, buddy. And we still don't have any ATC. I don't think. You might want to double check, but I'm just pulling up the chart here. 27, right. I know the intersections by heart. I just I can't remember how ends is spelled. There it is. That's why I needed that. Okay, so E N Z E W, I believe. Yep, W. So no wonder I don't remember how it's spelled. It's kind of mucked up. All right, so ends and then Martin. There we go. That's all we needed. Clear the disco. Yep, looking good, looking good, looking good. Martin at 3,000, Jalto at 2,100. Yeah, we're looking good for 4,000 feet overall. And flight, let's see here. Okay, yeah. Flight plan's in one disco. There's a vector on departure. That's all. Roger that. Check for other traffic. Give me. I'll be ready for pushback here in about less than 2 mics. Just going to start up the electronic flight bag, brother. Yep, that's right. We got that connection issue sorted too, didn't we? Yeah, man. All day long. So, anyways, special welcome to our Periscope viewers. Happy to have you aboard. James, good to see you, James. Welcome aboard. So what we're doing is we are going to do a quick takeoff here out of the Philadelphia International Airport. And we are going to do a circuit around Philadelphia and land this thing. And this is more or less a test flight. Peyton and David, welcome. Welcome to all our Periscope viewers, as well as our Twitch viewers and our viewers on YouTube. So we're currently streaming to all those locations right now. Was that a negative on ATC? No, Roger. Oh, no. How about... Go ahead. Oh, that'd be great. 27 left departure on the Philly 1. Two 7 right. Okay, 121. Got it. I'm believe I'm ready to do this. Column brakes are on. Calm the tug. Thank you. There's a nice look at the Philadelphia International Airport. Top view. Nose right, tail left. Roger. 122.8. Thank you. Parking brakes released. Okay, Grant, go ahead and start 2 if you will. Oh, right. Number 1. Spad you very much. Parking brake set. Go for 2. Flame and radio panel, non-sync. Believe that? Come on, guys. Is the what? Yeah, sure. Yep. Just about. Trim set in the green. Whoa! They got to work on that. I really do. Yeah. Okay, you've got the flaps. Roger. Brakes off, moving out. Thank you. Oh, man. Look at that ground friction. It's all over the place. It's just like we're just rushing the hell out there. Okay. Clear on the left. Roger. Man, it just I'm having to use the brakes to keep us from over accelerating during taxi. That's something. Again, clear on the left. Left. And clear, again, clear on the left. Now, we have other human pilots here at the airport flying, so we're going to have to exercise all the same procedures we would do if we were normally flying. We don't want to cause an incident. Wow, look at this. That's unchecked taxi speed. Throttle 0 or idle. That's just rocking it. Whew. Oh yeah, it's really something. Welcome there, Mr. Carter. And we'll pull up short of runway 27 left. And we'll give everyone the instruments another check. And flaps 13, stab trim is set. Everything else is looking good. So go ahead, clear. Approach path is clear. We'll take. Yep. Both Grant and I are double checking each other here, and we're both looking at the end of the runway, make sure we don't have any opposing traffic that would be using the wrong end of the runway. And we do not. So we're going to, as we move out of the runway, Grant, who's flying as the first officer, is going to put the strobes on. Roger. And of course, we'll wait till we have the aircraft pointed down the runway before we put the landing or takeoff lights on. And we'll do a rolling takeoff, Grant. Roger. Throttle's coming up, 60 plus. Coming to center a lot. Roger. Toga. Rotate. Gear up, please. Flaps up. After that. Autopilot on, please. Great. Nav mode, select.
Altitude.
And FMS speed. That's already checked, right? Already clicked? Okay. Thank you. All right, so we'll shoot for 250 knots, thereabouts. And we'll do a direct to Delta Quebec Oscar. All right, packs on, please. Roger, master caution clear. Yep, sure did.
Motion. Altitude.
Roger. I did direct to DuPont VOR. Yeah, we sure do. Let's try it again. Direct to Okay, we got another problem here. What is going on with this? All right, try this. No, that shouldn't, because DQO is the next one. We're only on a vector here, right? But you're There we go. Yeah, did it the first time, but I guess it didn't take. It sure is. That is so weird, huh? And let's try another direct to.
Motion.
Okay, that's corrected it. Well, that is just weird. Hey, let's take a look real quick outside the aircraft for our viewers. You can see the aircraft is cleaned up, which means the gear is up, and the flaps and slats are in. And if I can get back there, yeah, it's hard to see the runway that we took off from right now.
Stabilizer motion.
And right straight ahead of us is the, oh, goodness gracious, Wilmington Airport. And check we're squawking 1200, Grant. Okay, cool. Oh, where's that flight plane? And the interesting thing here is that the weather that you're seeing on our flight sim is real world weather. That is exactly the weather where we're flying at here in Philadelphia.
Stabilizer motion.
Motion of the ocean. Well, we had some of that yesterday in that flight into Houston, didn't we? Oh my God. George, I'm afraid I don't understand NC. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're going to be doing a 180-degree turn here, and I'm going to slow the aircraft so that we turn just a little bit sooner. We're not going to bleed a lot of speed in between now and when we turn, but we'll bleed it during the turn. Control surface come out, create a little bit of drag, as will the fuselage during the turn. And we'll yeah, it's a good aircraft for people who like to throw switches and turn knobs and
Stabilizer motion.
so anyway, you can see our I knew that was coming. Anyway, you can see that our speed has bled off a little faster than I thought it might, but turns are good for bleeding speed in just about any aircraft. Give you a better view of our two main instruments here. And we need to be a little slower coming into Wojcik anyway, so. Which is just irritating as all get out, isn't it? Yeah. Ugh. And we know the reason. That pink that you see on the horizon is the Philadelphia International Airport. That scenery is not made for this flight simulator. It's made for a much earlier one. And as we get closer, that pink will go away. I Yeah, that's right. Oh man, get in line. Hey, hey Grant, intentions when we're on course for Wojcik, I will take
Stabilizer
the manual
motion.
control of the course, and we'll continue that line straight out till we're parallel with ends intersection, and then we'll initiate a turn into ends. Is that okay? No kidding, right? I don't know what that is. It didn't do that before. Yeah, yeah, I think so. So now I don't do this, but when Grant's flying, he always wears a seatbelt in his chair. I don't do it, but jeez. Scary. You know, one thing I love about the CRJ is that little button in the middle of the course control. You press it, it automatically puts the course, whatever course you're at. I mean, the heading. Oh, I love that. That is just, huh? I didn't deselect nav mode. We're still nav mode. We're in nav one right now. Okay, I'll try. Oh, yeah, it did sync. Okay, well, there you go. We're in heading mode now, but that's okay. I'll just bring it around now. We'll just make a course correction at Wojcik. Well, I don't even know. Do we need to do the full circuit? You want to go ahead and head down 3000 at Wojcik and then 2100 by Martin, or I'm sorry, by Jalto, and how come we didn't turn? Oh, I know why. I know why. Because it's not a CRJ. That's why. Different kind of aircraft. Oh yes, that's right. For as a pilot, it's a good thing, isn't it? Absolutely, absolutely right. Couldn't agree more, brother. At least you know I'm paying attention. No. 3020. Yep. Little turbulence. Yes, we are. Ordered you what? Oh, did you? All right, I'm going to slow us down 210, 210 knots. Make it 215. And pull. We'll see if that save speed kicks in. I don't think it will. No. No. About 190, right? Yeah. So we'll make it 210 knots. And pull. All right, so just to beam Jalto, I'll make my turn in. We'll descend to. We'll go ahead and do our descend down to 3,000, and it's set, activated, and give me the vertical. Yeah. Woo hoo hoo! Yeah, yeah. Okay, initiating our turn in. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Just screw us up here. Slowing to 180 knots. Flaps as are needed. First flap position.
Stabilizer motion.
Okay, gonna slow 165 knots. 165 and pull. Turning into Martin.
Stabilizer motion.
Execute.
Stabilizer motion.
Let's arm the approach. Please. All right, thank you. Checks. Checks. Okay. And there we go. Looks like it's locked on the localizer, although we don't have an indication of that yet. Yeah, I mean, it's coming in, but I don't have a green localizer.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
6 miles, gear down.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Actually, no, it was 11 miles. Well, that's okay. We'll take the gear anyway. You know. $35. Thank you. still don't have that localizer as being green. Okay. There we go, as you said. What's my V app? Okay. 147 knots activated. One 131. Okay. Go ahead. That sounds better. 134. Okay, I'm at 144 knots and pull. Let's have full flaps, please. Yep. That's what you gave me the V speeds for, right? Okay, let's do 25 then. Okay, we're V at plus 10 then, right now. And I got wide over it. Runway in sight. Set go around altitude. I'll get the course. Two 6-8 set. We'll do an auto land. Test. Thanks.
$1,000.
Yep, that's okay. I got it. 138 set pulled.
$500. $400. $300. Minimums. $100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Two in reverse. Not just yet. There we go. Two in reverse. Manual braking. First light's out. Welcome back to Philadelphia. Got an American Airlines flight over here on the right side of the aircraft. Left side of the aircraft, sorry. No problem. We'll pull it up to the gate. Yeah, thanks. Holy smokes, they really got to fix those throttles. Oof, that's just something.
If it was
Okay,
someone
parking
here,
brake
then
set.
the gun and valuables can't have travelled far.
Leave that with me, Chief.
I'll start at the schoolhouse.
And I'll start down on the beach.
Good.
Is he wearing hot socks?
Sure is.
Are we going to talk about it?
What?
You being so keen?
I don't know what you mean.
Wait.
Okay. She says she's heard things about me, and I don't need that. She'll be watching me all the time. So I need to show her the real Officer Dwayne Myers.
Which is?
Look, I need to make an impression. That way I get a little wriggle room later on. This is not just a hat rack, you know. Sarge?
You really think it'll work? Dwayne on his best behavior.
Securing the
Not a
engines.
chance. A run tonight?
No,
Yeah, we'll go ahead and
I think
open up
I'll
the
come in
doors,
fresh in the
get
morning.
our
And you?
deboarding set.
Another date? Well, I never did ask, did I? How'd it go the other night?
Not good.
Oh.
As Maman says, you have to kiss a lot of frogs before you find your prince.
Oh, so you did kiss him then?
Thank you for the beer.
Yeah, we do that. Yeah, you can load passengers and cargo and all the deal there. We're going to do a passenger offload for you right now.
Find anything?
No, nothing. It's mainly sea and jungle out there. No real chance of finding anything. And you?
School's clean. Let's call it a night.
If you say so, Sarge.
So what do you usually do when you finish? I hear you're a bit of a party animal.
Me? No. Tuesdays I help out at the church.
Oh, doing what?
Polishing. Things.
Polishing.
Yes.
And if it was a bigger aircraft, it would have the big cargo containers with the big offload equipment. But this is a small aircraft we're flying at the moment. We can load. We can even load the meals via the trucks. I think I'll go ahead and do that for you if you don't mind. Be happy to.
Thank you. How are you finding Dwayne? He's funny. Trying to make out like a super cop, that he does virtually everything here. Last night he told me he was going to help.
Got to make one quick
church.
change here.
Now he's really trying to impress you. I know. So you're gonna tell
Bear
him
with
you're
me.
onto
You'll get a
him?
blank
Now, where's the
screen
fun in that?
just for a second. Okay.
The one I can't work out is the inspector. Yeah, that takes time.
Morning.
Morning.
And I have to do it one more time. Sorry.
He may not look it, but he's brilliant. He thinks of things you wouldn't believe, and he's... Well, he's also very English.
You know what? I'm not going to bother with it at the moment. Well, shoot.
Right. Let's get cracking, shall we? Oh, excellent board. Nice and neat.
Courtesy of Officer Myers.
No problem, Chief. Just in at 6 and wanted to crack on as usual.
Yes, of course. How very like you, Dwayne. So, any developments? Florence? Florence? Fleury? Fleur?
There we go.
Florence.
Nothing from the search, and there have been no other thefts in the area recently.
Sarge?
Oh, thank you. Well,
Catering
there were no
services.
other
Let's try
vehicles
that.
coming in or out on the Coast Road camera, and the place is isolated. Water on one side, jungle on the other. It's too remote to get there on foot.
And none of my contacts have any knowledge of a gun or valuables being offered for sale.
Okay, if it's not random robbery, it must be someone at the surf school. Right. Mr. Peters goes into his workshop, a shot is heard, and the doctor's there in moments. He breaks down the door, which was locked from the inside, and finds his friend dead. His watch and silver chain missing.
His wife says
Nice
he
shot
didn't
of the
own
Philadelphia
gun, because there are
skyline.
bullets for one in a drawer, but no gun at the scene.
When we made
which
this
was
scenery,
suicide.
Indeed.
I was living in
Someone
Philadelphia
must
at the
have killed
time, and
Mr. Peters and then
I
made her
helped
escape
work
before
on
the
this
doctor's
with them.
arrival, and yet the
So
only
you'll
possible
find
way
that the
out was through the
bridges
back
and the
window,
skyline and
there
everything
were
else
no
is
footprints
pretty
of
doggone
persons
accurate, as
outside.
the airport is hyper accurate
Are we missing something?
for Philly.
Yeah, one of those
So
things you know, but you
it's
don't know.
extremely
What is that?
accurate.
When you
Ooh,
don't
that's
know
my
what
fault.
I am, then I'm something.
Sorry about that.
When you do know, then I'm nothing.
Gotta adjust that
Or is it the other way
switch
around?
there.
When you do know what I am, then I'm something. When you don't know, then I'm nothing. Is that right?
What are you talking about?
I really have no idea, Camille. I thought I knew, but mind like a sieve sometimes.
Let's focus on the people at the school.
Indeed. Thank you, Camille. So, what about them?
There's the
Chase
Sky
5,
Chefs,
Married
or
over 20
LSG, I
years.
think it is.
Toured the
Yes,
world.
LSG
Set
Sky
up the school
Chefs.
4 years ago.
And the
Yeah.
doctor friend who was first on the scene.
Carl Slater, GP.
And you'll be able to see a little ramp come out,
Since infant school.
and a little guy
Seems a long time
walking
to wait to kill a best friend.
to deliver the
So, no
meals.
motives leaping out there. Keep digging.
And you see the truck
and
is
the students?
raising up,
Charlie Beckett. Works in admin for a London firm. New to surfing.
and there's the
Thank
ramp
you,
coming
Dwayne.
out.
Jessica Chambers.
18 from Cornwall.
We
on
should
the
see
way out of the university. Also
Some
a
guy
beginner.
coming
And
out.
the local boy?
Steve Taylor, trying to make it as a pro surfer. The odd brother
Yeah, this
as
is
a
much
juvenile,
different than
nothing
Infinite
recent.
Flight. Infinite Flight, you know,
Yeah.
you can play it
Do you
on
have
your
any
phone if
contacts
you
in
wanted to.
surface
This
circles
requires a
inside take on
pretty
the world would be
heavy-duty
useful?
computer to do.
Yes, my friend Nikki surfs the point all the time.
And to be honest with you,
Chief,
of course,
you need to see this.
the guys that I fly with aren't focused on this kind of
the
stuff.
background checks
I'm
on
doing
the
this
net.
really for the benefit of
There's
the
a flag on
viewers,
one of the
but we're more
files.
focused on the flying the aircraft
He's wanted back home.
and
for
operating the
theft.
various systems and whatnot.
He stole
so.
thousands and got out before they could issue the warrant.
Well, maybe it was robbery after all.
Come on, Camille.
Is he usually like this? I mean, all the talking to himself and the things that don't seem to follow.
Of course. All the time. That's the chief. Let's face it. The guy's clever. Even if he's a bit.
English.
Exactly.
The high-level aircraft,
Oh, Mr. Beckett.
ones that have the systems just like
We need a quick word.
the actual aircraft
Small
do.
matter of a theft.
For
back
this
in the
sim
UK.
is the
I wouldn't if I were
Boeing
you.
717,
I've recently taken up running again.
the
and you're wearing
CRJ 700-900, both of those aircraft. The Boeing 737, the Boeing 777, the Boeing 777, and the Boeing 747. And as you move to the bigger aircraft, and the 767.
Yes, I went off.
So
a bit quick
as
there.
you move to the
Already
big,
cut out
and
for a
soon
spare time.
we'll have the
I'm listening to
Airbuses,
Christian
the
Warmo
Airbus
Farah.
A318,
Build up a head of steam.
A319,
so.
A320, A321,
Anyway,
and
well
then
done.
the A330. Those are coming up in the next few months. Happy days.
What a hand going through the prints.
Hey, welcome
That's
to
a
the
lot
stream.
of work.
Jim Johnson.
No need.
There you are, buddy.
I love doing
Welcome to
this
the
stuff.
stream.
Okay, you say so.
always happy to see the
I
Periscope
shouldn't have
viewers.
run,
Really
got the
are.
wrong man.
Oh, you didn't steal thousands
Some of you guys
pounds.
make our day
Valid
because you're
question.
not
If you're
flight
a thief
simmers,
and we
and
have
so we'd love
robbery
to talk to you
resulting in
guys
murder,
and
then
interest
suddenly you
you in
become our
this
prime suspect.
incredible
Or
hobby
did you
that
mean
we
to
have.
kill him?
Of course not.
Oh, he just meant to rob him.
No.
You're a thief. On the run, and now a man is dead.
Look, I took the money in England, but I didn't mean to. Not really.
I'm not sure I follow you.
I've been at Mickelson's 22 years. I did everything asked of me, worked all hours, no overtime. Then they tell me the company's been taken over and I'm out of my ear. But there was no redundancy. The union was useless. Nothing I could do about it. Just sat there killing the last few hours on the internet. And then I saw this place. It looked amazing. I still had the company credit card.
And it paid for you to come out here?
3 weeks in paradise.
Did you think you'd get away with that?
Well, to be honest, I wasn't really thinking. But it was the best decision I ever made.
Even if you go to prison?
Yes. I met Jake, didn't I? He really wanted me to get it, to feel what it's like out there. He was such an inspiration.
It sounds like you got on well with him.
Well, there was only 2 of us, so we spent a lot of time together.
Is that usual? Only 2 students?
Don't suppose so, but it was great. I mean, Jess is way better than a beginner, so he just focused on me. Look, if you want to take me in, then so be it. No regrets. Jake taught me that.
Maybe not right now. If you surrender your passport to us and guarantee your return home, we'll put you on a flight in due course.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, but you are still a material witness and a suspect in a murder inquiry. No. Hardly a master criminal.
But it admits to theft. Well, you suggest Chambers. She seemed keen to avoid
And
us.
Philadelphia Ground, Delta 471, contacting you as requested.
She wanted to be here for some other reason. Jake, maybe. He was an attractive man.
Married, though. Dr. Slater, one quick question, and we do need to ask, tricky though it might be. Mr. and Mrs. Peters, their marriage.
Philadelphia Ground, Delta 471, you up?
They were devoted to each other. And shouldn't you be out there looking for the thief that killed Jake, rather than hounding those that are grieving for him?
Touchy.
Sir?
Yeah.
The postmortem's in. A 9mm bullet was recovered from the heart. Death almost instantaneous. Gunshot residue on the victim is consistent with being shot at close range in a struggle.
I've been through this now, Chief. All the fingerprints at the workshop either belong to the victim or those who we know are at the school. And Jake Peters' fingerprints are on the bullets.
Implying that he might well have had a gun, though the wife denies it. So where is it? That and our killer appears to have vanished. We know they had to be in the workshop. Mr. Peters' death tells us that. So how did they get out?
Do we have anything else on Jess
Okay,
Chambers?
for the guys watching
Nothing
on the
exciting.
stream,
She lives with her
we
mom
are
near
going to
Watergate
be
Bay,
securing the stream here in
Cornwall,
just a second.
Member of the surf club there.
And we're going to be preparing for
Dig
another
into the
flight.
finances
So
of the
for all our
school,
Periscope
Mr.
viewers,
Peters.
YouTube viewers,
Having only
and
2
Twitch
students doesn't
viewers,
seem a very viable
we
business
hope to
model
see you
me.
back
For
our
hang on.
next flight, which should be
Just say something
taking
about
place in about
Watergate Bay.
20 minutes.
Yes, Jess Chambers is from around there.
And why does that ring a bell? Manly Beach, Watergate Bay. Aha! Yes. Jake here receiving an honorary award last year at the Surf Festival in Watergate Bay. So he and Jess have both been there.
You think he knew her before? She never mentioned it. People lie when they have something to hide. I'll do a search. Jake Peters, Watergate Bay. Yeah. The local paper covered it. Look at this. There's Jake, and that's Jess Chambers.
She's a pretty girl.
An affair?
Dr. Slater was rather defensive when I suggested their marriage might not be happy.
But would they risk it? With his wife there? Maybe that's what got him killed.
Yes. So why'd you come out here, to this particular school?
I just wanted to learn from the best.
And this was the first time you met Jake?
Yes.
And you never surfed before?
No, why?
It's just that, you look every inch the surfer girl. And it definitely looks like Jake.
You were dazzled by him, weren't you? He was away from home and his wife. It's easy to see how an affair could start.
What are you talking about?
Perhaps it ended badly.
Or his wife found out.
No, You've got this all wrong.
Then why did you have to kill him?
Kill him, Jake. I just wanted to get to know him.
Why?
But back home, I never spoke to him. And then when I saw him there, I told Mum, and I didn't even know that she knew him. She never said a word. She always told me that it didn't matter. And I just wanted to know, I suppose.
Jake was your father.
Mum told me about their wild summer together. How she felt so alive and nothing else mattered. She didn't know she was pregnant, not them, but she knew he was married. So it was just me and her. And that was fine until I knew. I wanted to know him, that's all. I wanted to know who I was.
So you came out here?
And you told him?
The day after I arrived. He was cool, actually, sweet, but he said he couldn't be a father to me.
And you were okay with that?
Well, I tried to be, but once I knew, I couldn't just let it go, and I kept hoping. And yesterday, before he died, I went to see him. I just wanted him to change his mind. But he said that knowing him would only bring me
The
good.
Philadelphia ground, Delta 471, sir. We just arrived back at Philadelphia.
And he was right, wasn't he?
We've not filed a flight plan to depart again.
You should have told us about it.
We thought it best not to.
We?
Katie and me.
His wife?
Yeah, Jake told her.
Philadelphia ground, Delta 471.
If you don't
Are you
know,
not on voice
then
today?
I'm something. If you do know, then I'm nothing.
I can do voice.
Something the inspector said. I wonder what it means.
Believe me, I wouldn't try and get into the chief's head, you know.
So how did your polishing go last night?
Philadelphia ground, Delta 471. You're unread.
Excellent. Very well. Everything is just...
Shiny?
Yes, it is.
We need to catalog and cross-reference the evidence from
Okay,
the
guys, we're going to turn the stream off now, and we'll see you back in about 20 minutes, okay?
Evidence.
So if we don't see you back, thanks for watching.
Oh, of course.
Take care.
All the time.
Okay, first, and you will get down to Philadelphia. Bravo, Heather Works, Walk 0601.
I'll finish checking out the surf school while you polish that off.
The kid had enough to deal with.
You concealed vital information.
How's it vital? Or any concern of yours?
Jess is 18 years old. You've been married over 20 years.
Your husband wasn't faithful. She's the walking, talking proof.
You must see that as a possible motive for murder.
You think I'd kill Jake for playing around? Jess's mum was beautiful. She liked to party, and for Jake, life was for living, to be experienced. He never lied to me. It's who he was. He was true to himself. Jake liked women, and they liked him.
You didn't mind?
Of course I minded.
9 left.
Pain doesn't go away, you just learn to deal with it.
You think that's why I rejected her? For the sake of your marriage?
No. It was a surprise for both of us, but I was cool with it. I thought Jake would go for it, but he said it would never work.
She's got motive. We need to know how she could have done it. How could she vanish into thin air? Right. Right. I'm locked in. There must be another way out.
Hey, Nikki.
Oh, hang on, this panel's loose.
You got my message? Yes, I know. Long time.
Yes. Yes.
I just need to talk to you.
Yes. Oh, just a little further.
Yes?
Ah, my appears somewhat stuck.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, good. Okay.
A hand, please.
Well, yes, sure.
Well, we're offline.
Right.
What?
So,
Please hurry.
yeah, my frame rates, due to that sim, my frame rates, I don't know why, just went to hell in a handbasket after we got up to the gate. Yeah, I don't know why though, but one of them things, I reckon.